Just thought I'd break out the GoPro. I didn't realize I took the GoPro to my son's wedding reception, and I just, did a little bit of stuff like my son, my youngest son was the best man, so he did a speech, and then her two sisters did a speech, so I did some of that, and I guess I left my remote on the entire time since Saturday, and it's dead, so I'm having to press the button myself. But anyway, I turned on my GoPro. I know I charged the GoPro and the battery in the GoPro, but I didn't realize I didn't put back in the SD card, so I had a bunch of them in the tour pack, 32 gigs, so I stuck one of those in. Anyway, just out for a ride. I kind of took the afternoon off. I had to do some last minute Christmas shopping. I leave town again on the 17th. I have to go to Fort Myers, Florida to do a basketball tournament I've been doing there for like 8 years. And it's like oh my gosh, this thing, it goes from the 17th or the 18th through the 23rd, so it's like 6 days of non-stop basketball shooting, so it gets really old. And this is the very last year that it's in this little bitty podunk little gym. I mean, this thing has grown. It should have been moved a lot of years ago, but it's in a little bitty gym that holds maybe, oh gosh, I'm guessing 1,000 tops, and they pack 3,000 people in there. And it's dangerous, and it's, I've gotten gear destroyed before. And this is the last year it's at this little bitty gym because it's just outgrown it. They even sell seats, on the baselines, that are expensive seats. But anyway, everything's moving to Florida State University, I think, next year. So I have to go check out that venue and see if I even need to use, I ship all my strobes down there, my stands. I even ship all my camera gear down there just because I have so much. Flying a plane, I just check my bag and I'll just have to carry my laptop bag, and that's good enough. But anyway, it should be down there. When I have to unpack everything, it's just such a pain because I ship it all there, FedEx or UPS overnight, UPS next day air. And before I leave, it's really super late at night. I usually get back into the hotel room about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I crash, and then I have to get up and do it again the very next morning. And I got 6 solid days of that. But anyway, I have that down already. The worst part is when I'm done, I have to stay really late, tear all my stuff down, and that takes hours. And then by the time I'm back in the hotel, it's 2, 3 in the morning. And then I got to pack it all back up and rebox everything up because I have to pack it. I have people pack it and make boxes for me, and they pack it really nice so it doesn't get damaged. And one time my Fat Max roller box did get damaged with all my lighting equipment in it, and UPS, since I insure it, UPS bought me a new box, and at the time one of my strobes were damaged, and at that time it was they were still under warranty. Otherwise UPS would pay for that too. But anyway, they pack it so nice, but this box is over 70 pounds, so I think the guy just kind of dumped it off the truck instead of picking it up or dolly, and he just tossed it off the truck. And that's why I insure the heck out of these things, a little bit more than what it's worth. Well, not actually. I probably should have insured my camera equipment for a little bit more. I only insured it for $20,000, and it's probably worth a little bit more. since I got everything in there except the 400. But anyway, I dread this tournament every year because it's just so long, and they pack so many people, and and my work table, we have media tables up top, and you got to walk through all these people, and they're standing in the aisles, and you just can't get up and down, and I just hate it. I absolutely hate it. I've been doing it for 8 years, a little bit easier when I'm younger, but oh my Lord, now it's just, maybe next year I'll enjoy it again when it's at a college arena. It should be much better. Maybe they won't allow people on the floor. Oh, and there the parents drop all their little kids off for the entire day, all of them. And they're middle school, they're little kids, the parents just drop them off. And they run wild. They're just nonstop running, right, walking in front of you nonstop. And it's just absolutely miserable. So at this, next year when they go to the university, the parents won't be able to drop their kids off and just leave them there all day. Anyway, enough of that. I don't leave until Thursday. I think it's 17th I got to fly out. I fly back on Christmas Eve, which kind of sucks. But I made sure I never go up north to Chicago. I think I just go to Dallas and then over to Fort Myers, and then Fort Myers to Dallas, and then back. One time I had to do it up in the Chicago, and there's always weather, something crazy going on up there. So I made sure that makes no sense to go all the way up there anyway. I mean, I'm south, they're south. Why do I need to go north? But anyway, I finished up my Christmas shopping today. I hooked a trailer up and just went, go to this, my wife loves this Mexican art, or I guess stuff, and so I bought a whole bunch more of that stuff, and she loves it. And I hooked up the trailer and just put everything in my trailer, which is great. But I had to, I didn't realize, I wired up my own trailer last year when I got it. And, oh wow, this is pretty cool. I thought there was a company down here. I guess there isn't. I wired up my trailer. Oh, I don't want to go through that rut. Last year, and I tested it, but I guess I didn't test it very. Aw, look at the little dogs. But I tested it, and then when I put it on again to go do some stuff, and I turned the blinkers on, and when I turned the blinkers on, they just both of them flashed instead of just one left and right blinker. So I thought I could jerry-rig it and kind of get it to, the stop lights worked, brake lights worked, but when I turned the blinkers on, they just like the flashers were on. So I ordered a 5-pin to 4-pin adapter from Wing Stuff, and I put that on yesterday, and I had it well wired up right, and everything, I know it was right. I checked it like 5 times, and the right blinker would work, but the left blinker wouldn't work. But then I turned the flashers on, and it was flashing, so I knew the bulb was good. So lo and behold, I get back under there, and it was only the left blinker wasn't working, so I took the connectors off and scooted the wires up a little bit more to some new, fresher wire, and then it's got one of those little things you squeeze with pliers, and it kind of locks it in. So I got a better connection, and everything started working. Now the only thing that didn't work are my flashers. Blinkers work, brake lights work, but the flashers didn't seem to work. So I don't know if I put my ground to my trailer to the ground wire on the 5 wires underneath the back end. So I'm wondering if I need to do the ground wire from the trailer, just ground it to like a screw or something, if that would help my flashers work. I'll give that a try later instead of hooking it right to the ground wire on the trailer, or not on the trike. But anyway, it works now. So last year I drove all the way up there. Everything worked except the blinkers, and both of them flashed when I put the blinkers on. So it's probably a a nice thing, a safety thing, but I wanted it to work correctly when I take off and go this year. So anyway, just out for a little ride. I haven't ridden in a while because we had to get ready for my son's wedding, the rehearsal dinner, and my wife made the wedding cake because she makes wedding cakes. So my wife made the wedding cake for my son and the groom's cake, and I made like, they wanted the cookies I make that are kind of like, they call them, I don't know, many years ago somebody bought the recipe for those Neiman Marcus cookies, and they told me, yeah, it was $2.50, and they thought $2.50, but the person paid $250. But anyway, this is a long time ago. Before I guess when email first started coming out, and this person was ticked off and emailed it to everyone, and it got passed around the country that she had to pay $250 for this thing. And anyway, I got a copy of it, oh gosh, I don't know how many years ago, in email, and I modified it a little bit, though. It only calls for 4 cups of sugar, and I put 5, and it just much better. They're really thick cookies. But anyway, I made like 5 batches of that, and we made like 2 big platters of these cookies that everybody loves, and they went pretty quick. And then when we were done, we gave a platter to Danielle's family, my sister, daughter-in-law's family, because they are having a bunch of people over too. So ours are gone already. We had a platter. We had a lot of people over on Sunday following the wedding, so I fed everyone fajitas and all the good stuff that went with it, and got loads of fajitas left. But anyway, enough talking. I'm talking too much. Bye.